let's get controversial, folks. What's up, everybody? I'm Jeremy. You guys are watching Triforce Morse. This week's video, we're going to get controversial. As I said in the beginning there, we're going to talk about the spider ball python. That is probably one of the most controversial morphs in our hobby and industry. It's one that I truly love, and it's near and dear to my heart. It's one of those things, it's one of those genes where you either love it or you hate it. It seems like no one can just sit in the middle. Now, there is some misinformation about this gene, which I think is also where it gets its bad rap. It also got its bad rap because somebody just put a video out. It caught traction and it attracted all the idiots because it showed a very, very, very bad example of a spider. And the thing is, no one knows the backstory to that animal. I believe it was a rescue, so Lord knows what other issues that animal had beyond just it being a spider morph. But we'll dive into that though. Before we do though, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, hit that thumbs up, please. And also go ahead and check out the sponsors of this week's video.
If you want to use the best reptile record keeping and tracking software on the market today, scan the QR code or click our partnership link in the description down below for a free 30-day trial of Husbandry Pro. I promise you, you will not regret it. Make sure you check out Nathan at Infinite Possible Pythons. He is your guy to go to if you want to get into the Bang project. On top of it, he's working a bunch of awesome ball python projects. Kahua geckos, Leachianus geckos, crested geckos, some scaleless corn snakes, and he is your one-stop shop for all your branding needs. So check him out. Make sure you check out Chris at BNS Reptilia. If you're looking for a ball python, boa, colubrid, blood python, he is the guy to go to. He's also a rat breeder on the eastern side of PA, and he is Pennsylvania's distributor of Cocoa to Go and the Chipper, which is by far the best cocoa substrate on the market today. So make sure you go ahead and check him out. Are you ready for a force to be reckoned with? Check out Triforce Morse. They've been in the game for 10 years. They're working in the Citron Clown Pied project along with Ghost Clowns, Ghost Pieds, the Matter project, and Lace. That's right, folks, Lace. Everybody loves Lace. And to top it off, they're also working with crested geckos as well. So make sure you check out Triforce Morse. They are a force to be reckoned with. Are you ready to take it to the next level? Then check out DTMG Pythons. Danny is best known for his awesome clown ball python projects. This year's focus is Confusion, Hurricane, and Disco Inferno clowns. He also specializes in high-end crested gecko morphs such as Xantic, Lily White, and Xantic Lily Whites, along with the Deadpool line of gargoyle geckos. Check out his morph market and Instagram, DTMG Pythons. Just buy it. Lucas Landon Royals produces some truly high caliber snakes. Kai has been breeding ball pythons for 6 seasons and counting. He's working toward multi-recessive combos such as DG Clown, Hypo Clown Pied, Sunset Candy Pied, and DG Xantic Pied. He's working with several other species of snakes, but next year he's going to start breeding boa imperators, and he also has a small group of super dwarf retics. So be on the lookout for some super dwarf cow retics. Become a royal at Lucas Landon Royals.
Thank you, everybody, for sponsoring this week's video. Greatly appreciate it, guys. All right, so let's dive into a brief history of the spider, because I'm not going to give you guys the whole entire history, because there's probably 100 other videos that do cover that. All you guys really need to know is brought in the late 90s. Kevin McCurley up at Nerd was the first to reproduce it. That's really the whole gist of it, okay? It was an adult. It survived in the wild, okay, folks? So all these myths of, oh, the spider can't survive on its own. It was an adult when it was brought in. They can thrive in the wild. Anyway, I'm going to get a little bit heated on this one too, folks. So be ready. The other thing is everybody says all the neurological issues, okay? So the thing is it a neurological issue or is it an inner ear issue? Which by new discoveries, people have been doing scans of normal ball python skulls and spider ball python skulls and found out that the inner ear on the spiders is actually malformed. So, inner ear issue or neurological issue? Think about it, folks. If your inner ear is not formed correctly, you're going to have some balance issues. You might be a little wonky. There might be some that have a more misformed inner ear. You're going to have some that have a more formed and a more well-formed inner ear. So that's going to be why you see some spiders that exhibit basically no wobble issue, and you see some that do have a wobble issue. So that explains a whole lot. It's not the neuro thing. I do believe in the science of the brain scans, so I think it is more of an inner ear issue as opposed to the neurological issue, which the neuro issue is what drove everybody in the whole hobby and industry nuts when basically they tanked the whole spider ball python market, essentially, with all the spider hate, was because they're like, oh, the neuro issues, you guys are breeding animals that have, like, they're all messed up and they have neurological issues, and that's an inner ear issue, folks. It's not neurological. The animals survive fine. They eat fine. They thrive. They breed. I mean, right here, Dom, come here. Come here. Look at this. Look at this. Breeding spider ball python, guys. Look at that. That is our bumblebee double het Xantic clown compared to our pastel double het Xantic clown. So right there, folks, they breed just fine. They act like normal snakes. They eat just fine. I'm not going to go and feed one just so you guys can see it eat, because I'll tell you this much. My spiders are probably one of the better eating snakes in this whole collection. They eat amazing and phenomenal. So the hate on them is, it's just a lot of misinformation, folks. It's a lot of people that they're too touchy-feely and they think they know what's better for Mother Nature than what Mother Nature knows. If Mother Nature didn't want these things to survive, that one out in the wild never would have existed or survived to be imported in. So keep that in mind, you know, little piece of thought there. So let's go into why I love the spider ball python. First things first, that thing is absolutely stunning. As a single gene spider, phenomenal looking. It is a huge pattern changer. It's very dominant. You got to watch what you're putting it to, because it is that dominant of a gene that it doesn't work with everything you want to put it into. Pied, no. Don't put it into pied, folks. Unless you want a really, really high weight pied where all you get is a head that's got color to it. Basically everything else, all white. So spider and pied, not a good mix unless you like really high weight pieds. So spider folks, don't do it. No bueno. You will end up with dead babies. I think the longest ones lived, it was maybe a couple of days to a week outside the egg, and then it died. It does create an all-white snake, I believe. Just don't do it though, because there's no sense in just trying to make something that you know is going to epically and inevitably fail. So just don't do it. Don't put that stress on your animals. Breed spider to stuff that it will do well in. I would not breed it to anything else in the spider complex. That's like champagne, spot nose, hidden gene woma. There's several other other genes that are in that spider complex. You just gotta stay away from it, folks. So stay away from this, folks. It is not worth making more messed up snakes. There are some of those genes in that complex which people have no issues with. Spot nose, for one. People love spot nose because of what it does in clown. They have that tendency to overlook things, I've noticed, as to if it's still very useful in other morphs. If you make a super spot nose, those things wobble like freaking crazy. Some of the worst wobbling animals I've seen were super spot nose stuff. I've even seen regular spot nose stuff wobble, folks. I don't know why spider got all the hate, but it did. So that's why I'm making this video, because I love it. It is, like I said in the beginning, one of my most favorite genetics to work with, just because of what it does do. Makes absolutely beautiful babies. Like I said, huge pattern changer. Let's show off some of these animals too. Here we have just your single gene spider. Now this is double het Xantic clown, so there might be a little bit of het influence on that, but this is basically what your single gene spider does look like. You can see the pattern is super reduced. There you can see what a normal looks like compared to a spider. So super reduced, completely different looking animal. Absolutely gorgeous looking. All right, now one of the things everybody says about the wobble. Watch this snake, folks, watch. They say about the animal's corkscrewing. They don't know which way's up. This animal knows exactly which way is up. See? I mean, there's a slight little wobble there, but it's not going out of this world crazy. It does know which way it wants to go. There you're seeing a little bit of the wobble. All right, that's what everybody makes the big deal about. The animal righted itself, and now she is fine. No big issue. Like I said, there is a slight wobble with some of these. 98% of mine show no wobble at all. Now here's two more spider animals that you can see there is a big difference between the two of them. I mean, one's got a very, very super reduced pattern, which these two are actually up for grabs still. And you've got this one, it's got a little bit more dotting going on to it, but it's also got a lot of really cool paradoxing from the het Xantic that could be in there. Just another really cool example of two single gene spiders. Like I said, these are possible double hets, but just another really cool example of a single gene spider. All right, now you take that regular spider there that we were just looking at, you add pastel to it, and you get something that looks like this. This is what shocked the world when they were reproduced. It's what they call a bumblebee, folks. This thing here is what drove the world nuts for a while in the hobby and industry. Everybody wanted these things. At one point, folks, this was that $10,000, $20,000 snake. And that was years and years ago. So $10,000, $20,000 then was $50,000 nowadays. So let's go take a look at this one. Let me get on that side. So now this is a female bumblebee, 100% het desert ghost. Now again, you know, I'll do the same test with her that I did with the other one because I have nothing to hide, folks. I mean, she's not acting screwy or goofy. She's basically just staring at my hand at this point. But she acts like a normal snake. Nothing to really, you know, say, oh, this is an evil gene. Look, it's acting just like a normal snake. There's no corkscrewing, nothing. You guys are probably gonna get tired of me saying that, so I'm probably gonna stop just doing this just because it, you know, you guys get the point, I think, by this spot in the video. But normal acting snake, not acting goofy, folks. But this is a bumblebee. Like I said, she is het desert ghost. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous female. This is actually one of her holdbacks as well from last year. Actually, 22 season, I believe it was. But she is growing up very, very nicely. So she's got some size. She's got some... You can see kind of what she's doing color-wise. But absolutely gorgeous animal, folks. This is a pastel vanilla calico spider. So pastel vanilla bumblebee, folks. And it has been breeding. She's big and thick. She is in shed though, but you can see there again, spider, just that really reduced pattern. Calico, this is what calico is doing to it, folks, is bringing those whites way up on the sides, way, way high on the sides of this girl. And she's absolutely gorgeous. Like I said, she is breeding for us this year. She's deep, deep in shed, so her colors do suck at the moment. I apologize, but we're not going to keep her out and kind of mess with her. We're gonna just let her go back in. Now here's another big girl. This is a bumblebee yellow belly. So pastel spider and yellow belly. You can see what yellow belly does in with it. This is another big girl. Just again, very nice colors. Yellow belly really works well with it, enhancing those colors. Kind of adds a little bit of flaming in here. Kind of spreads out the drips there on the side, gets a little flaming in there. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous animal. She's actually being paired to a Mardi Gras, so hopefully we can get some freeways out of her. The other thing I love about spiders is look at the head, just the way the pattern on the heads are. It's one of the things that really draws me to them. Absolutely gorgeous animals. Again, bumblebee yellow belly. All right, now I did produce other combos with spider, which I'll show you some more here very shortly. But I have produced some that I don't have any more here. So I'll try to find pictures of them and I'll put them up right now. Now, the one thing I do suggest, folks, if you are going to work the spider gene, one, understand having spider in the combination is probably going to devalue slightly the animal, just because of all the hate that it's gotten. A lot of people are like, oh, well, I don't want it because it's got spiders. Like, people are like, oh, I don't want that awesome animal because it's got pastel in it. I don't get it. It sucks. It's stupid. Just my opinion. But, so be aware of that. Spider does hurt the value of some animals, you know, just because depending on what you're going for. Spiders sell great at shows, though. I will tell you that much. Spiders sell great because they're eye-catching and pet keepers love them. Breeder aspect, that's a whole different game. That's where you get into the, oh, it's spider, don't want it. So keep that in mind. Spider possibly devaluing the combination of whatever it's in. And the other thing is when you're breeding your spiders, my personal, how I want to do it is I want the spider gene to be on the female side. So that way I can control where the spider's at a little bit easier than if it's on the male side. Sometimes, like I had earlier this year, I bred a bumblebee clown. Actually, no, it was the repeat pairing that we're doing there. Got all spiders. Now, is it because it's on the male side or what? Either way, it doesn't matter, but they were all spiders. I definitely think it's a lot better to have the spider on the female side if you're going to be breeding. So keep that in mind. It makes it that way your males aren't throwing spider all over your whole entire collection. Now, that's all just food for thought. Do it however you want it. But like I said, I suggest trying to keep the spider gene, if you're breeding, on the female side. Just, like I said, it's easier to manage where that spider's going. You're not going to be producing a whole bunch of them and having a whole bunch of animals that aren't selling, which it's possible you may. I don't know. Like I said, out of all the spiders I produced this year, I've got, I think, 3 left. So, pretty darn good odds of moving them. It's just, you gotta find that right person that is looking for that and doesn't fall into that whole, you know, flame, torch and pitchfork posse of let's hate spider. So let's go ahead also now and check out some of these other spiders that I have in recessive projects. And I think we all know where I'm going with this one. So let's just get into Xantic, folks, because let's face it, that's where I think spider really, really shines. Oh. Are you guys all remember that spider we had out just a little bit ago? Normal spider, like I said, possible double head. All right, now we're gonna add Xantic into it. Now I do think this one has orange dream just because of how the pattern is, but look at what Xantic does to that color. Absolutely gorgeous animals, folks. That is why I think spider shines in Xantic. So there you have the spider TSK Xantic possible orange dream. Get this other spider out of the picture here and let Dom focus in on that beautiful Xantic. Absolutely gorgeous, folks. That is one for the books, in my opinion. That is where spider shines, is with Xantic. Now we're going to take this and we're going to add pastel to it yet. Now this is a bumblebee TSK Xantic, also known as a zebra bee, which, so you can see, that is spider, pastel, and Xantic. Absolutely gorgeous animal. This girl's got a good bit of size to her as well. She loves to eat. She is just a beast. She sadly is not het clown though. I did have to do the testing with Charlie from Grey Rider Reptiles, and he told me she is not het clown. Sucked, but hey, what are you gonna do? But thank you, Charlie, for all my shed testing needs. Go check out charlieshedtesting.com. But there you can see, I mean, she is just gorgeous. Xantic doesn't take out all the yellow, or at least not in my line of pastel that I have. It's a very good line of pastel. It kind of shines through a little bit on the Xantic even. But this girl is just phenomenal. Like I said, she's eating great. I mean, I've got big hands, and she's getting big for just a baby from this year. Absolutely gorgeous animal. I did let one of these go. It was a male. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous animal. All right, so that's going to be all that I'm going to go over, folks, right now on the spider gene. In the comments, let me know what your thoughts are on spider. Do you like it? Do you hate it? How do you prefer to work spider into your projects? Do you like it on the female side, male side? Do you not really care? But I think this is a gene that a lot of people need to open their eyes to, because it once was a very awesome gene to work with. Like I said, it got a whole bunch of hate for, in my opinion, no reason, folks. Like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with this animal. Like, she acts perfectly fine, as you can see. But like I said, it got a lot of hate, and I don't think they deserve it. They're absolutely beautiful snakes. I mean, how can you not like that? I mean, beautiful, beautiful animal. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give spider a shot if you don't already. Hit me up if you have any questions about the spider gene. And like I said, I might do another video diving a little bit more into it. I don't know. I'll have to see how this kind of got. I wanted to just kind of show some good examples of spiders. But as you can see, this girl is fine. Most of the spiders I've actually encountered are just like this girl. There's no issues, folks. So I think you can buy and work with spider confidently. It's just a matter of, we as breeders need to start promoting that spider's okay, and it's not a bad, terrible gene. I think that's where a lot of it kind of falls into. People, a lot of the newer people follow what other breeders are saying. And if they're hearing who they're looking up to trashing this gene, of course they're gonna not want to get into that gene, because they're being told it's junk or it's bad or it's got a huge defect. I don't see defect here, folks. I see beauty. So again, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, please. Hit that notification bell. Drop me that comment. Let me know what you guys think about spider. Let me know what you guys thought of this video as well, please. This is going to be the start of kind of like my genetics video, just kind of going into each individual gene, showing you what it looks like with other genes attached to it. Also, so that way this is something for you to go to as future breeders to kind of, you know, look at when you're starting to ID some of the pairings or some of the hatchlings you're making. So hopefully this video helps. Also, go check out our sponsors, please, of this week's video, and I will catch you next time. Later.